of news and information time is now 6:50. Ethan Couch will likely return to Texas soon to face the repercussions of fleeing while on probation for the deaths of 4 people when he was a juvenile. Scott Palmer is a local criminal defense attorney in Addison. He joins us now live. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning.
Now, Ethan Couch's lawyers say the 18-year-old is dropping his fight against being sent home to Texas from Mexico. Why do you think he's finally dropping his opposition to that?
Well, I think he's thinking that it's futile and it's going to happen eventually, that he's going to be returned. The Mexican authorities have most likely given his lawyers the tea leaves saying that he's going back and he might as well just end the delay. And I doubt he's very comfortable down there. He may have been thinking that staying there was going to benefit his position, but ultimately he's coming back to Texas, and I think they told him just to stop fighting and just agree to the extradition. Now
that he's dropped his fight, how soon could he be returned to Texas?
That's a good question. I imagine sooner than later. I mean, there's no reason to delay it any further. You know, if the Mexican authorities are cooperating with Tarrant County officials, I think they get him on a plane in the next week or so, and he'll be back. There's just, at this point, it's been so long that they probably want to wrap it up and get him out of their jurisdiction.
Now, there was a hearing in Tarrant County yesterday that was delayed to bring his case over to adult court. It was delayed because apparently his family wasn't notified about the hearing?
Yeah, that's a little strange. I mean, the communication is well. I mean, at this point, his mom is on bond for her own crimes or alleged crimes. So you know, his father must be the one that has to be notified. I doubt they're going to let the mom appear on his behalf at this point, since she was complicit in his disappearance. So, you know, the courts have sometimes we have notice issues, and if you don't get proper notice, they won't let the hearing go forward. But they were going to go forward with him being in Mexico. They were not going to let his absence stop the hearing. But I guess his own family members need to be present. They had to have someone from the family present because he's still considered a juvenile in the system. While he's 18 right now and almost 19 in April, they still have to have a family member be there to represent him in the sense that they have to have, you know, somebody who supervises him. Clearly, he's not under much supervision since he's in Mexico and his mom was part of that. But they'll reconvene, and I anticipate the judge is going to grant the petition to transfer his case to adult court. It'll be interesting, but I can't see how the judge at this point would say no to that.
Scott, if he is transferred to adult court, what is the best goal for the attorneys at that point, his attorneys?
Well, at that point, I mean, it's really up to Ethan. I mean, they can't reallege the probation violations that he has already that have already come up. That's going to have to be something that's going to be dealt with in juvenile court. So it's really, you know, if he's in adult court, then he's going to be supervised by adult probation officers. He'll be obviously scrutinized by them and given a lot of attention. And it's really up to him whether he's going to succeed or not. If he doesn't, the ramifications are going to be pretty mighty. There's 2 counts of intoxication manslaughter that they can stack, meaning a total of 40 years. That has got to be sobering enough for him to understand that the gravity of the new system is going to be on his shoulders. And if he messes up, then he's going to get revoked. I can't imagine a judge give him another chance to redeem himself. So his lawyers need to tell him, and he needs to understand that this is probably the final straw, and he's got to have to behave.
His mom under house arrest with her son staying with him now, and she has an ankle monitor around her ankle. What's next for her?
Well, the indictment has been handed down by the grand jury, and you know, if I'm her, I've looked at this law pretty hard. I think she may have an out on this case, which is disappointing to a lot of people because the law was not written necessarily to help or to not assist a probation violator escape whatever the arrest or apprehension. So this is going to be interesting to see if the Tarrant County District Attorneys can come up with another theory or some sort of way to pigeonhole what she did to violate the law. Now, they've indicted her, but an indictment's just a piece of paper that says what you're charged with. And I think her lawyers are going to be, if I were them, I'd ask for a speedy trial and get this thing moving because I don't think that they're going to be able to, the state's going to be able to prove the indictment based on the law and the research that I've done. And it's going to be difficult, even though she certainly factually helped him escape the jurisdiction legally. She may not be held accountable for this, but it'll be an interesting fight. But I imagine this is going to come down pretty soon. And the court's going to give them some time to get ready, of course. But I bet there's a trial before the spring.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Very enlightening. Great job. There's Scott Palmer. He is a criminal defense attorney in Addison.